Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is January 18th, 2022, and the news is brought to you by Analogue Spotlight, a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers who have joined together to support analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide. The brands are Cameradactyl, Cosmo, Foto, Chroma cameras, Reveni Labs, RealitySoSubtle, Intrepid cameras, Pixl-ltr, Brooklyn Film camera, ONDU cameras, standard cameras, 20th century cameras, Pictoriographica, Analogue, Wonderland, Cinestill, large format camera store, Carmencita Film Lab, RH Designs, Imago, and Alvandi cameras. So thanks to the sponsors. Today we're starting at 8 in the morning because I have a heavy day. So if I am a little sleepy, rushed, or confused, that's usually the reason. Usually I do it late, so I'm usually tired too. So I guess you guys get the same treatment. So in the news today, we have Diva, the automatic processing film machine, or semi-automatic, I guess you got to load the reels, has a software update. So if you are one of those that bought the machine and hasn't updated it, they have downloads on the website. And also they have done a soft release sort of what they call film clips or reel clips. And I had heard rumors of issues with the Diva, but I don't like raising awareness of something that might not be 100% true, or maybe it's just one user, but it seems that more people had this problem because of their solution. What happens is the reels, you load the film, they go in the machine, but the way the machine pumps the chemistry is, if I'm not wrong, through the bottom, and I might be very wrong on that, and the reels sometimes seem to get like the jet of chemistry and they would like unspool the film. So to evade that problem, they've created these film clips that basically are reel clips that you basically put at the end of the clips when you load the film. It does make the process of loading the reels a bit more tedious. I have not tested it myself. I've been asking Diva to send me a machine to test it out because I would love to make, review and actually use it on a normal day-to-day basis before somebody spends $4,000 or $5,000. But yeah, it seems to have this issue, and they seem to have fixed it with the clips, as far as I know. Then we have probably the weirdest, the most interesting announcement of this week. Last week, just after the news, I got an email to the email that I leave below, which thank you for the person that sent me the email. I don't have a specific name, so sorry if I don't treat the person through their name, but it's a new 4x5 camera, and this is more like a prototype and a work in progress. So this is not a finished product that you can go ahead and buy. There's no downloadable files as of now, and so on. So I'm going to give you the specs. It's going to sound like science fiction because it's kind of incredible if all these specs are on this camera and working, and that's why I'm very excited to see it in hand. And it's called the Conflict Camera 4x5. So, or Conflict Cameras is the brand. They have a 4x5 AF, so autofocus. So it actually focuses on its own, which is the first, if I'm not wrong. I've never seen something like this. So I'm going to read some of the specs the maker has sent me. First of all, he's based in Finland, so believe me, we'll be meeting and having a video on it as soon as we both can meet our agendas. So it has telescopic linear actuators, carbon fiber. That's what he has in the prototype he's using. The aim is to move away from 4x5 being just used on a tripod, but also use it like the press stays in the 1930s, but with modern technology. It has been designed to be as small as possible. By the back is only a few millimeters wider than a 4x5 cassette. The 4x5 camera is meant to be used mostly for graphimatic or kinematic backs, so you can like shoot and reload. You've seen a graphimatic, it basically has like 6 sheets of film, shoot and you like clunk clunk, shoot to the next, and like it's kind of cool because you kind of have multiple sheets in one back. You can calibrate and store multiple lenses into the camera from 65mm to 150mm, and also it's designed so it can handle heavier lenses like the 150 2.8 Xenotar, so you can actually put hefty lenses on there. It has a laser-based insanely accurate, give or take 2mm accuracy laser-based distance sensor, enabling you to shoot wide open even with f2.8 and f3.5 lenses with ease. This is amazing. In the demo video, it's equipped with a Rod and Stoke Eurimar 135 3.5. I'm going to leave his Instagram because it's what he's showing stuff. And then it has things which are crazy, and I'm going to kind of jump a bit. But it has a gyro and accelerometer, enables digital horizontal lines, camera shake detection, computations. Camera knows when you are taking a horizontal or portrait photo and can rotate the finder readings. It has a built-in spot meter. This enables all sorts of camera compensations for like bellows extension and so on. It has a 16,000 pixel OLED in the finder, gives you perfect projected digital adjustments, adjustable and fully correctable corrected frame lines for any lens and format. For like example, you can use a 6x12 back and get perfect frame lines. So basically, it's a mix, a blend of a 4x5 kind of pressed camera with AF, so it focuses on its own. And I say own because I'm guessing there's a button or something you give it and it focuses on the subject. It has probably not continuous autofocus. It has the viewfinder that's kind of like a RoboCop Terminator kind of thing, which I guess you have like projected images and projected lines and so on, but you are seeing your image. So this is super cool. The fact that someone's being able to do this as a single man operation, I guess it's a single man operation, is fascinating. The idea is to meet with him and I'll give you more information. But meanwhile, I highly recommend you go follow his Instagram account. A lot of people I've seen already are following him, which is cool. But yeah, Conflict Cameras on Instagram, 4x5 autofocus camera. And I usually say auto in a way that sounds like out of. That's my Spanish speaking. So yeah, automatic focusing. So then we have also in the do-it-yourself, we have a wireless shutter release. So you remember Reveni Labs made like that wireless shutter release that was like with a car key, and I actually have one unit that I'm still working on a video for. The idea of that was that you could literally walk away from your camera with this brick, which is 3D printed. You could click a car switch and it basically would trigger a mechanical cable release. So someone's done it, do it yourself. Reveni Labs doesn't make this anymore, so this is kind of cool that it came out as a do it yourself. And I left the link below. It's a video from a fellow YouTuber, but also a blog post on all the parts and things you need to build it yourself. So that's pretty cool. If you, like me, sometimes want to take a picture and don't have anybody surrounding you to be, trigger the shutter, or if you just want to take some weird photography where you want the camera somewhere up high, maybe a vantage point with some birds, and you want to shoot it from far away. It is mechanical, so it's going to make some sort of noise, but it's pretty cool. Then we have Euphoria. Euphoria, the TV show Euphoria Season 2 has been completely shot on Ektachrome 100D in 35mm. We all know Ektachrome comes in 35mm format for still photography, so our big canisters of film, or small canisters of film as the radios are big. Then we have the 120 version for still photography and the 4x5, 8x10, and so on. But in the cinema side of things, cinematography side of things, we have Super 8, we have 16, and we didn't really have 35 or a 65. I think it's 70mm. I'm not sure because I've never shot that stuff. But they have done this TV show the whole season on Ektachrome 35mm. It seems that they had to ask Kodak to make, I guess, the cans of 400 feet or 1,000 feet of Ektachrome. Do also remember that the perforation from cinematography film to still photography is slightly different. I think the for cinematography is slightly rounded, but it's pretty cool that they did this. And I take my virtual hat off for the director of photography for the lighting and so on, because slide film is not easy. Because the exposure latitude is not really like color negative. So very excited to, that this happened. Hopefully we'll see more people picking up film to shoot, because we do have still photography in color thanks to basically Hollywood movies and so on. I mean, yes, our film photographers, still photographers also help, but the cinema is the one that really pulls the car of film. So yeah, we have Kamerakraft LMGRIP, so Leica mount a grip, version 3.0. Kamerakraft has been making grips for film Leicas and some digital Leicas that basically enables that kind of like nice grip on the side of a Leica M. If you ever held a Leica M and you're used to like a Sony A7 or a Canon 620 or a Canon, EOS 1N, you have that grip that's kind of comfortable. Well, Leica doesn't have that. They do have their own version, but the Kamerakraft does have some bells and whistles, like Arca Swiss bottom plate. It has like space to put some batteries for like the M6 and the MP. I guess the M7 too. Also, things like that. So if you are interested, it's 189 euros, made in France by hand. So this is not made in some factory in Asia, but it's limited. So if you want one, you better get yourself one. I'm very tempted. 189 euros is not that crazy for a grip, but it is still pretty high. But in the Leica world, grips are not cheap. Then we have the Ligero LG, which is for Lomograflok. So Ligero is basically like a press lens camera, like the Mamiya press, that actually was shooting into Graflok backs. Graflok in the sense of mini Graflok. So like Graflex or Mamiya press back 6x9 and so on. Actually, they have the 6x9 back that does like an S, so you could use it as a grip sort of thing. So he's basically converted to a new model. I'm guessing this is a new model. It's called the LG for the Lomograflok. As you know, the Lomograflok has like a spacing difference. So basically, you have to like counteract for that spacing. Say similar to the 4x5, they sell like this Q that you put in the middle, like this spacer. So this is not yet available, but he is getting people to ask him for the STL files so he can send them to print tests. So if you're into that kind of thing, I've already seen a few printed out there. Looks pretty good. And honestly, the Lomograflok is a way to shoot instant photography handheld without the quality of Instax cameras, which are not that great. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave the link below. But yeah, that is all for the news. Like I said, the most exciting to me is that 4x5 autofocus, which is pretty darn amazing. I can't wait to see it in person. If you have any information, as always, you can send an email below, because that's how I get hold of these weird and perky news. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for the sponsors for keeping this show live. See you next week.